Hello friends, in this video we are going to look at ListIterator. In the last video we saw about Iterator, but here we are going to look at ListIterator. So the Java ListIterator, like Iterator, the ListIterator also a reference over a collection. So the iterator refers a single element, and during the iteration the iterator pointer moves towards the elements so that you will get a different element referred by the iterators. The iterator can only remove elements, but ListIterator can both add and remove elements. Unlike Iterator, the ListIterator can move both forward and backward direction. Hence, we call the ListIterator as a bidirectional cursor. So the iterator is called forward only cursor or unidirectional cursor, but we call ListIterator as a bidirectional cursor as it moves in both the direction. The iterator supports the remove method. Let us look at some of the ListIterator function. Let us say in an array the ListIterator is referring an array element value 103. Let us say that the value is in the middle of an array list. The ListIterator can move both forward and reverse direction. So we can use has method to check call to the next method is valid. So it tells that whether we can make a call to method next or not. The same way, the hasPrevious will tell whether you can make a call to previous method or not. So the ListIterator supports only one method, hasNext and next. So the iterator supports only one pair of method like hasNext and next. But here in ListIterator, since you can move in both the direction, we can use next and a previous method. So to check whether those methods are valid to call, so we can use the methods hasNext and hasPrevious. So the next method gets element at the cursor location and moves it in the forward direction. So for example, at present we are staying at 103, and if we make a call to next, we will move in the forward direction. That means the element moves to, the cursor moves to the position 104. The previous method gets element at the cursor location and moves the cursor pointer in a reverse direction. That means from 103 it will move to 102. Alright, let us see ListIterator in Eclipse. We will demo it with an example. So our Java project is ready. So we have a project called ListIterator demo, and so we have a main entry class with a static void main. So here is our very first test run. Here what we are going to do, we are going to create an array list and print that array list using ListIterator. See, it is almost equivalent to our previous demo iterator, but this time we are going to use ListIterator. Next we create an array list. So we'll do that inside our public static void main. So here is our second code snippet, and if you see here, we are adding the fruits. Just like our previous demo, we just create array list and we are adding the fruits. Next, we have a return function print list. So it is same as our previous example. We are receiving the same parameter, array list of string, and we name that parameter as fruits. And the hasNext method, then we are retrieving the next element from the iterator and we are printing it. And if you see the difference here, instead of calling the iterator, we are making call to ListIterator method from the ArrayList collection. So it will retrieve back a ListIterator. The same way we are saying that it's a ListIterator over string and we are naming it as iterator. Then we are using the hasNext and the next method to form a loop. Then we are printing the data. So here we are making call to next, then the retrieved string is printed in the console output window. So we placed it outside of this main function. So this is our print list function. So ignore this warning. Once we make a call, this warning will go away. So that's our next step. So here we are making call to the print list method. So and we pass the fruits, and fruit is received here as parameter, then it is iterator. So that's all with the first test run. After this we will move to the second test run. Now let us run this. So I hope here explanation is not required, since we already saw that in the first video. This time I am not going to debug it. We will just directly run. And here is the output. You can see that whatever element we added to the array list, that get printed using the ListIterator. Now we will move to our second test run. Here, if you see here, we are moving the iterator in a reverse direction. So the method is remove, iterate and remove. So just like our previous case, we are passing the collection, then we are passing a string stating which fruit we want to remove from the collection of fruits. So here we are making call to ListIterator, and if you see this time we are making call to ListIterator and we are giving the index position. So we are saying fruits.size. That means the iterator will stay towards the tail end of the collection. So the initial position of the iterator is the tail end of the collection. And this is list to our string, and we are naming this as iterator BCK backward, for backward direction. Then in the previous example, if you see, we made a call to iterator.hasNext, then we made iterator.next when we are using the iterator. Here in this ListIterator, I'm talking about the previous video. Yeah, even in this case also we used it to move it in the forward direction. Here we are using the hasNext. So this will tell the call to previous is possible. So when we make a call to previous, the value at current index, the current iterator position is retrieved. After that, we are checking whether that string is having a matching fruit name. So if that is the case, then we are using the iterator to remove the element. So the same way we can also add element. You can make a call to add element. Since it's a ListIterator, it supports both remove and add method. Right. Now we will place this method in our example. That's all. This is our second test, end of second test run. So first we will place this code, then we will make a run. Here if you see, we are making call to our iterate and remove method. It takes a parameter of collection. So the ArrayList. So we are passing our fruit collection. Then we are saying that we want to remove apple. After that we are making call to print list, which is the previous function print list. Alright, we are making call to both the function written by us. This time we will place a breakpoint and we will run it. So here is our fruits collection. The hasPrevious will return a true, and if you see, our iterator is in the backward position. So since we specified the index fruits.size, the index will be pointing here now. So it's not in the front, it's in the initial position is towards the tail end. So when we make a call to hasNext, it will tell that the call to hasNext will be valid. Why? Because it is pointing to a valid location now. So here we are making call to previous. So in str we will actually get the fruit name banana. If you see, it's a banana, not apple. So here we are making a comparison. So now this will be orange. Orange will be retrieved. Once again, orange will be retrieved. Now apple will be removed from index position 6. Since we are making call, you can see that it will get removed. Keep a watch here in the fruits collection. That's all. So all the apples are removed. You can see it here, and we have a print list also, and you can see that in the console window. Here in the console window also you can see that orange, banana, all those stuffs are there except apple. Okay, let us move to our third part. Here we are using the ListIterator to replace the element. So here we haven't checked the add. If you need, you can use add method also. Instead of remove, you can just place add and you can test that as well. Here we are creating a iterate and a replace function, and first we are passing the fruit collection, then we are passing a fruit name. So this is the name we want to replace with new fruit. So there are 3 parameters, and if you see here, we are retrieving the list iterator. After that, we are iterating over the list iterator in the forwarded direction. Then we are comparing the fruit name. After that, we are making call to set method. What happens? The set method will replace whatever is retrieved. So str is retrieved previously. So when we make a call to set method with new fruit, it will replace the element. So here, if you see, when we make a call to hasNext, it just checks whether the call to next is valid. When you make a call to next element, so the cursor pointer already advanced to next position, but what we want to remove is the previous one. Why? Because that's the str here, that's the intention. So now, since the list iterator can move in forward and reverse direction, that's why the set method is possible. I mean, the set will replace the element. So what happens? It knows, since it can move in both direction, it knows that the intention of the user is to remove the element retrieved. So it goes back and removes the element and comes to the current index position. So simply whatever is retrieved here, that will be replaced by the fruit name, because that's what we are comparing here with fruit name. So then we are replacing that with the new fruit, and method we use is the set method. Alright, now we will place this. Since it's a list iterator, the set as well as add method is possible. With the normal iterator, you can just remove the element. You cannot add, or you cannot replace using the set method like this. So next we are making call to our iterate and replace method. Since it accepts 3 parameter, we are passing our fruits collection. Then we are saying we want to replace orange with banana. After that, we are printing the fruits. Now we will step into this iterate and replace. Here is our fruit collection, and if you see, we called this function with orange and banana. So this is the fruit we want to check, and we want to replace orange with banana. So already we removed apple. Now we are replacing orange with banana. That means our collection is full of bananas after the call. Let us see that. So here str is orange. You can watch here as well. Here is the str. So now we are replacing that. Our next one is banana, no problem. Now it is orange. So we are replacing that. Next is banana. Now orange will be replaced. One more orange, that will also get replaced. That's all. Now we have a bunch of banana in the collection. So when we print, everything is a banana. Alright, here is a quick review of what we have done. So first we created a collection, After that, we used the created a function print list, so it will iterate the collection using the forward manner using our ListIterator. It moves forward, and after that we made a call to iterate and remove. In iterate and remove method, we kept the initial index position towards the end of the collection. Then we moved the iterator in reverse direction and removed all the apple from the list. Finally, we wrote iterate and replace a function. In that function, we once again moved the we once again used the ListIterator to move in forward direction, but this time we used the ListIterator to replace the list element. So here in this case we replaced orange with a banana. So the method used to replace is set method. That's all in this video. Thanks for watching. If you like the channel, subscribe it. Thanks again. Bye.